Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's another Hair Wednesday. Hair Wednesday. To the back, Hair Wednesday. Come on, Hair Wednesday. To the front, Hair Wednesdays. Hair Wednesdays. I'm back. Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how I achieved a natural hairline like this. So if you're interested to see how, and I've literally got no makeup on, like right now I've got no makeup on, so I'm going to show you how I achieved this natural looking hairline. The hair that I have is from a company called Julia Hair. Julia Hair is a really good hair company. And when I say really good, I actually mean really good, because this is actually the second time I've worked with this company. They are on Instagram, they're on YouTube, and they're also on Facebook. So Julia Hair, they have some tips on how to wash the hair. They also show you how to maintain hair. A tip that I have for you is when you maintain hair, I keep my hair inside a silk pillowcase so that the hair doesn't get any sort of friction and it stays soft. What else can I tell you about Julia Hair? Julia Hair, they sent me some lashes and they also sent me some wig caps to go along with the hair. So let me tell you a little bit about the hair. Okay, let's put that right over here. Julia Hair sent me a Brazilian body hair wig with a 22-inch with a 180% density. Basically that means how full the hair is on the head. So 150% hair density means the hair is still a bit thin, and it's literally just the basic amount of hair to cover a wig cap. The more density there is to the wig cap, the more hair there is. I don't like my wigs to be too full, because sometimes I like to, like you can see here, to flatten the hair and make it as flat as possible, and it's difficult if the hair is too full. And the hair came in a couple days. I want to tell you guys how much the hair cost. The hair cost on their website, so they've got an actual website called juliahair.com. the hair costs $161, so that in rands is, that's 2,300. So you've got to be kidding me if you guys think that, you've got to be kidding me if you guys think that you're going to get a 22-inch ear-to-ear frontal for 2.3. That does not exist. And on top of that, I also have a coupon code. So what you need to do before you use my benefits that I'm giving you guys is subscribe, like, and comment. Let's get into it. So like I said, the first step is to mark exactly where you're going to cut your lace. I'm going to cut my lace over here, which means that I need to make sure my hairline comes forward. It needs to come forward. Everyone's hair comes a little forward by the ear, so I'm going to cut it here. It needs to come forward. Now this is where I'm going to start to pluck. I'm going to start plucking over here, because everyone's hair, most people's hair, naturally goes a little bit in after it comes out. So your ear, am I making sense? Your hair goes like this, and then it comes down to make mahwana, if you guys know what mahwana are, baby hairs or sideburns. So whilst the wig is on my head, I start to pluck away what I feel like is excessive for me, right? I don't want too much hair on the hairline. I like it so that when someone's looking at me, they can see my they can see a bit of the scalp, because even on a normal person you can always see a little bit of scalp on the person, right? So then I take a line and I open it up a little bit again. So what we had learned before, the second step is to open a small line like this. Yeah? What we had learned before is that this is the hair you're going to make baby hairs with. Well, I don't use that hair for baby hair. I actually pull this hair forward and I start to pluck behind that line. So you go in about ½ centimeter, you pull that hair forward, and then you start to pluck behind that line. What that does is it actually makes the hair look a little bit more natural. You pluck back like this, like how I'm showing you guys now, and I pluck forward into the hair that I just pulled out, but only a little bit, because this hair did come semi pre-plucked already, right? So if I pull this hair back like this, this looks like a natural hairline. It looks like if I were to tie my hair up like that, like this, you would think that this is my own hair being tied up. Now if I pull this hair back like that, do you see the difference? It looks natural. The hair has a progression that's natural. The perfect way to have a natural hairline is to pluck the hair on your head. When you pluck off the hair off on a mannequin, sometimes it doesn't look natural. It looks like sometimes you can over pluck, sometimes you don't pluck enough. But if you put the wig on your hair before you start to pluck, then you'll start to see where you're going wrong. So I can already see a little bit of the scalp here, so I'm not going to try and get rid of anything at the front. So I'm going to do what I said. I'm going to open up about 1/2 centimeter of the hair, pull that forward, and pluck just a little bit behind. If I feel like I can go back a little bit more, if I want more of my scalp to be, the lace to be visible, I go back at a second line, and I start, so you can see that this is so much more fuller than the front. Then I start to pluck a little bit. You're not plucking a straight line when you're plucking a frontal. You're plucking a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit miss. So you pluck here, you skip a little bit, so you pluck here, then you skip a little bit and you pluck here, and then you skip and then you pluck here, then you skip and then you pluck there. You don't want to pluck in a straight line. It doesn't look natural when you pluck in a straight line. So now when I lift that hair up like that, for me when I lift that hair up, that looks like a natural scalp. That looks like someone's natural hair. It doesn't look like a straight line. And the thing that helps this is that also the lace is the right color. The plucking is done perfectly. You can see some of my hair. You can see that it's not a solid line. It looks very natural. That's how I'm going to continue to pluck the rest of the hairline. I don't want to overdo it, like I said, because I've already plucked, the hair already came semi pre-plucked. A widow's peak is when your hair comes down like that. If you've got a widow's peak, you need to make sure that you pluck in a widow's peak. You need to pluck your hair back that way, pluck that way, and make sure the hair gradually, subtly, not a lot, does the same thing. Before, when we used to pluck, it used to take hours, but now that the hair companies are coming on board and they are helping us by already semi pre-plucking the hair, this actually takes like half the time. But you have to keep an eye on how much you pluck, and you don't want to pluck too much hair. Okay, so now that I feel like I've plucked the frontal to my spec, I'm then going to go in and cut it. And remember, I'm going to cut it over here to make sure that my ears come forward, and then I'll put it on and I'll show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so I'm applying the got to be glue just in front of the hairline. Okay, so now I'm going in with my second line of got to be glued. But then I don't have to wait for this one to completely dry. So this one, I actually just come in and I put the lace down on, oh, is this lace sitting right? I hope so. So there's the ear. You see there's the ear that has been tweezed, that I plucked. And is it far enough? Yes. Then I'll go in to, is this too far forward? Is my head looking crazy? A little bit. Let's push it back. Put it down. You have to actually put the lace wig down slowly so that you can make sure that you're putting it in the right place. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to put a duke on my hairline and we're going to brush it out. Okay guys, so now I'm going to undo this doogoo. And we're going to see what's happening under here. Lord, that's some of the glue. That's okay, that's okay. But now look at that. Do you see that? Do you see that? So I'm now gonna brush the hair out a little bit because I didn't like too many curls. I didn't layer the hair like I would usually do. I like a little bit of length. But guys, this is literally the end result. Okay, so the last thing I would do when it comes to the ear cuffs, so I don't like the pieces that are by the ears being too long, so I'll go in and I just cut them to a length that feels like is a natural length. My mahwanwas basically should not be that long. Just made them a little short just for myself. I don't like them too long. Going over here, cut them down a bit. So if I literally do that, it actually looks like I'm pulling my own hair back. If I do that, it looks like I'm pulling my own hair back. I don't have stress of like sitting with somebody and thinking, I wonder if this person can see the hairline. I wonder if this person can see where the wig starts. I wonder if this person can see what's going on under my head. This new thing of men like making fun of women, it's annoying, number one. But there's a new thing of men like saying, oh, we can see that you're wearing a wig, we can see the line. If you pluck your hair like this, it no longer looks like you're wearing a hat. It looks like a natural hairline. Look how cute this hair looks. This is so cute. Thanks so much for watching. This is thebomb.com. I love you guys so much. Make sure to tune in next week, and I'll see you guys on the flip side. Take care, one love. My name is Heather Fox, and you guys are thebomb.com. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow, all things nice.